Hey friends, it's Beck. I was just talking to some more brave souls that had cut off their families of origin. And so I wanted to remind you that you're doing the right thing. If you have bigoted or hateful family members that you refuse to go see or associate with, you're in the right. The privileged are not going to suffer from their bigotry the same way that those that they hate will suffer. So it's our job to bring the suffering to them. Clearly, there have to be greater consequences for bigotry because it's proliferating, which means, just scientifically speaking, it means we're not doing enough to stamp it out. So unfortunately, we have to figure out what they care about and put the screws to it. And usually what they care about most is control over you. Notice I didn't say they care about you like they love you. They probably don't. But they do care about image and they do care about control. The fact that they could have birthed a human that they no longer have control or influence over, it's probably the worst insult that they could think of. And so when we are faced with bigotry, including homophobia, racism, misogyny, etc., we need to deprive them of access to us. We need to not show up for the family pictures. We need to not show up at their church on Christmas. We need to not show up for the dinners, the parties. We need to not let them take credit for our accomplishments. We need to pull ourselves away completely, particularly if you have children, because you cannot willingly expose your kids to that kind of influence. I mean, you can, but it's not good parenting. Protect yourself, protect your kids, bring the pain to the privileged. Don't break bread with bigots. You're just rewarding their behavior if you do. I mean, and there's tons of neuroscience to back this up. If they know they can exhibit behavior A and still get desired outcome B, then there's no reason for them to stop exhibiting behavior A. All they want is outcome B, and behavior A does not keep B from happening, so they continue to exhibit behavior A. If they really want outcome B, and they know that behavior A will preclude that outcome, then perhaps, now most of the time it's not going to work, they're going to keep being bigots and you're just going to have to go find your peace elsewhere. But sometimes it will extinguish behavior A. More than likely, if you cut off your Nazi parents, they're going to keep being Nazis. But sometimes it might make them change. It might make them look at themselves. I've seen these parents on TikTok that were like, my kids cut me off for 2 years and I went to therapy and figured out that I was the fucking problem. It happens. It might not happen for you. But at the very least, you'll have some peace and you'll know that you will have done everything you can to fight bigotry where you can. Because things that you do in the voting booth, things that you do in advocacy, things that you go out in the world and do, that's not bringing the pain to grandma and grandpa. Grandma and grandpa are only going to have pain brought to them if you don't show up for Christmas dinner. And when they sit there cutting their damn turkey and wondering why the hell you aren't there, maybe they'll rethink some things. It's how we, people who come from privilege, me being a white person, coming from that privilege, that's how I, a white person, can get into the trenches and fight bigotry on the micro level. And then I take the rest to the voting booth and to the streets. You are not alone. You are not selfish. You are doing exactly what you should be doing to make the world a better place. I promise you. Stick to your boundaries. Don't let them up even once. If you let them up even once, you are encouraging the behavior you're trying to extinguish. And reach out for support if you need it. I'm always here. Stay safe out there, friends. Keep fighting the good fight.